Greetings, Mindcrafters, and welcome to another Mindcraft discussion on this glorious day. My name is Kimberly Quinn, and it is my pleasure to have a talk with you today about trusting the timing. First, you have to watch Giovanni rolling around in the grass. It's making him so happy. When he gets, I suppose most of us have to scratch an itch. I'm going to do the best I can because the bugs are like low-flying 747s. They could pick me up at any time. That right there, back there, that rock is where Henrietta, there it is. Henrietta and Frederick, the turtles, often hang out, but apparently they're out doing something right now, maybe gathering dinner. Who knows? But anyway, so I think I introduced myself already, right? My name is Kimberly Quinn. This is little Giovanni, your host and hostess with the most and mostest. So first we're going to just do a little reminder, right? Because Minecraft is about becoming the boss of your brain, really getting a grip, realizing you're the captain of your own ship, the author of your own script. And in order to get that fully, we have to get how the engine works inside, right? Because Minecraft is about, when our mind's like a runaway train, which it can be. I think most of us, I don't want to say everybody because that's so polarized and we know those words don't work in reality, but even the Zen monks must have had a moment of an intrusive thought or feeling like their mind went someplace that they didn't necessarily want it to, and maybe that's why they're so deeply devoted to such intense meditation every day. You don't know, right? So the point is, yes, the mind can take off like a runaway train. Oh, nice, a symphony of frogs. That was very nice. So Minecraft not only teaches the engineer how to, steer, right, and navigate the tracks, but also to know the engine. That is just really so important. So that's why we talk a lot about what's actually going on in the brain. So then once we know the engine, we are better able to navigate. My other example, of course, is the thoroughbred, this powerful, beautiful horse, just gorgeous animal. And they can run so fast, and they're just so powerful. And yet the tiny little jockey on top, usually like 90 pounds or something, and that little tiny jockey is controlling that powerful, very beautiful, very bright horse, right? That thoroughbred. So here we go. We're going to talk about we're getting to the timing thing and trusting the process. It's important to realize that thoughts come first, followed by feelings, and then actions or behavior, right? Because we cannot feel anxious if we don't think anxious thoughts first. It's absolutely impossible. I don't use that word very much. In that particular case, it's impossible. And so we also can't feel angry without thinking angry thoughts. On the positive end, we're not going to be happy without thinking happy thoughts. And it's just how it works, because it all starts here. So now, and then we move to the experiences, right? Because we know that positive thoughts lead to positive emotion. Positive emotion leads to positive experiences. Sorry, I keep swatting at that deer fly's trying to get me. Negative emotion, which created by negative thinking, right? Negative emotion leads to negative experiences. We know this to be true. So I also want to just talk about how there's so many advantages to happiness, just so many advantages, to living the happiness lifestyle. Optimistic people are generally liked better. Immune systems are stronger, so they get sick less and they heal quicker. They get the jobs. Again, the relationships, they have better relationships, so they live longer, because relationships are the number one. So, and all that said, when we are living the happiness lifestyle or optimistic lifestyle, you can really pretty much, not exactly the same, but they're close enough to interchange those. Also, when we do that, we set up good timing for things, because the universe just timing. So I want to tell you why I was inspired to do this one today. Actually, I just got the idea, I don't know, like in the Jeep on the way here. I think as we pulled in, actually. So I'm working on a passion project, and it's nice because it's summertime now. Oh, geez, totally hanging out over there. That's fun. I mean, it's like Tickville, but it's okay. He had his tick medicines. That means he won't taste good if they take a nibble. So probably full of toxins, but it keeps them safe. So timing is so important. And I think we often, get swept up in the illusion that we can control things. I'm definitely one of those. And especially with my fast mind, I don't like the it's not really a term. It's not a phrase. It's not even an acronym. I don't know what it is. It's just a label, ADHD, because it's just stupid. It's a misnomer. So I'm a fast minder. I prefer that. And we are passion driven. We are passion driven. And I definitely have the impulsive component. That's my number one top of the list thing to deal with. And so I really want things yesterday, especially when I'm in ADHD hyperfocus, passion driven. I start something new, chase the shiny object, and now I'm locked in. Like a few years ago, it was making a YouTube channel and videos, and that's like to full throttle, right? As you can tell, I'm still in that. And there's more than one at once. But the essential is what gets all my energy. The essential. As you know, I'm an essentialist. Essentialist getting eaten by bugs. So when we're in that passion-driven mode, it can be so harder for some of us, like those in the Fast Mind Club, to not just to want everything on our own time schedule. So I've got all kinds of fun deadlines. It's deadlines with my passion project. But I felt myself. It was yesterday, talking with one of the people helping me with it, and and he's amazing, and he's doing great work for me. I felt that feeling of hurriedness. I felt that feeling of hurriedness, and it was picking up momentum like a snowball. Even though it was excited, I'm excited. It's not a panic button, hurry up because something's going to happen. It was just, gosh, this is rolling, that's rolling, this is moving, that's moving, and just so exciting. And so I really kind of contemplated that. Like, even though it was all exciting, I don't want that agita of, because I'm already ultra motivated. I don't need it to motivate me. It was just actually felt, I don't know, just like I didn't want it to be there. I didn't want the hurriedness to be there. I'm already enjoying myself again, already motivated, already excited. And so really, I know I do a shout out. I did have some inspiration for this from Wayne Dyer. Forgot that. The reason I forgot that, I'm just crazy about Wayne Dyer, is it was a short little thing. It wasn't technically as short, because those I think are less than a minute or something. This was like 5 minutes, so it was a medium, I guess let's call it that. But medium short. He was talking about trusting the timing of things, and that's really, really true. Because it all unfolds as it's meant to unfold. When we look backwards, the dots all connected. It's a tough sell if we're in something not so good. We've been met with some contrast, which is part of life. We don't grow without contrast, right? When we're in contrast from mild to medium to big time, anywhere in the middle, especially, can be really challenging. And again, we don't grow without contrast. It's kind of how it is. So it's a tough sell to kind of say what's meant to be, it's unfolding as it's meant to. When we're in that, people just don't want to hear it, right? However, in reality, hi G, he cooled down a little bit. It's pretty hot right now. It's okay though. It's really very beautiful. So when we're in it, we don't want to really talk about that too much, But when we look back, the dots all connected. When you had to switch in jobs, you got out of a relationship, got into a relationship, moved, traveled, went back to school, whatever, switched, started a business, whatever, it all does connect. And so trusting in the timing of things is super important. Now, it doesn't mean be a slacker. It means actually the opposite. We've talked a lot about green lights, listening to your inner voice to know your very next move. You got to quiet the mind. If you've got a place like the Notch up here, fantastic. But anywhere, you can be in the middle of Central Park. I say that a lot. You can find your quiet corner wherever it is and listen to that inner voice. And then the more we get receptive in allowing mode, in receptive mode, the more we're going to see naturally the green lights. And they will be timely. They will be timely as to when they're sort of meant to happen. So the main thing is inviting it, right? Looking for clarity, embracing the clarity, receiving and paying attention for what do I do next, because the universe is going to tell you pretty clearly. We just have to be sort of noticing, honestly, and then to trust in the timing. That is probably the hardest part for me, because one thing I'll say the good Lord put a lot of gifts in my gift bag. That's what I like to say to people. One of those gifts was not patience. So whenever I tell anybody or suggest, or I don't tell people things to do usually, let's say suggest to be patient or whatever, anybody who knows me would probably chuckle. Because I have to work at that. I'm a work in progress with patience. And so try and then trust the process, whatever that means for you. For me, it's God, but it can be source with a capital S. It can be the universe, higher power, whatever you want. But that connection, that one divine creator of all things that connects all of us. We are all connected. To really trust in the process. It's unfolding how it's meant to unfold. And really trust that, because timing's everything. Like, you think about it. Timing is everything. Just think of it when people meet, romantically. In fact, I had it's really pretty fun. We were in Ireland a few years ago. We actually been back since. I love Ireland. Love it. I can just feel my roots and my feet hit the ground. But friends of ours, the time before the last time we went, were there too, and we knew that, but they were on the opposite side of the country, and we didn't have plans to meet up or anything, actually, because they were seeing their son. He was studying abroad over there, and we were there as like a small family reunion with my husband's side, and we were at the Cliffs of Moher, and ran into them. Go figure. Right? Talk about law of attraction, because it was crowded. And we were in the cafeteria having some lovely Guinness stew. Oh my God, it was so delicious. And we thought about this later, because we could have even been at the Cliffs of Moher at the same time. Again, very, very crowded, very wet and misty. I could have met my demise. I had like ridiculous girly boots on and didn't plan well. Anyway, thankfully I knew that, so I kind of got out of Dodge and went in and got stew. But so here's the thing. So the husband of the two of them was walking right down the cafeteria. We happened to be sitting, and it was packed. Like, packed. And imagine the timing. If I had been in the women's room, or they had pulled in 5 minutes, or earlier or later, the timing of that was ridiculously precise. And that's not what I'm talking about as far as the rest of it with green lights and everything. It just shows how the universe operates. He could have been in the men's room. We could have come in, like, it's literally came down to milliseconds of alignment with time. Or we could have been on the other side of the cafeteria because it was packed and not seen him. It was just so crazy. So the law of attraction, because we really like these two friends a lot, the law of attraction really is a thing. And so be paying attention for those green lights. And it doesn't, if you say, it doesn't go with my religion, it really doesn't exclude anything. It really doesn't exclude anything. It's inclusive, because, and we know from a cognitive psychological standpoint, where we place our focus is where the energy goes, and where the energy goes is what draws more and is successful. So it really all goes together with psychology and whatever religion or spirituality you are, or if nothing, just go with the energetic piece of the neurons. And so trust in the timing, trust in the process, because it's all unfolding the way it's meant to. And with that said, it doesn't mean sit on the couch and have a sandwich. Who said that? Jim Carrey said that. I remember watching a YouTube, and he was talking about how he manifested basically his career. And he said, it doesn't mean you start visualizing, watching for green lights. I'm paraphrasing, obviously. All the timing thing we talked about, all of it, and then go on the couch and sit and have a sandwich. No, you got to kind of put in the effort, put in some work, a lot of focusing, but then realize that it is all coming together. The dots do connect. And so, yes, be mindful of the green lights. Watch for them, follow them, and notice the red ones too. Yeah, that's the way to not go, right? And be in this place of receiving, allowing, basically just paying attention and trust in the timing. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from the beautiful, very hot Notch in northern Vermont. Have a mindful day.